What is crack-a-lackin', ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to yet another live stream. This is Cryptopocalypse now, and I'm your boy, Crypto Ranger. Let's catch up a little bit. It's been a while. When was the last stream? A few days ago? A few days ago, I believe. That's right. Just fix the couple of things over here. Let's see. Let's fix this up a little bit. Sorry, I'm very particular about the setup over here. How do we... No. How you doing, people? I hope you're not trading, or if you are, you're trading with MS, scalping. Oh yeah, Bybit tools. Oh, what's up, RX? Nice. You saw that. Good. Come on, let's fix this. I don't know if we'll be Jesus. I don't know, I guess it's fine this way. I don't know if you can see it, but Naruto Uzumaki. That's right. We have all the entries in the world and exits as well. We are using the entry and exit indicator called MarketSpy AR Armageddon. And I would say it's a pretty damn good indicator for that purpose. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this window here like this. I think it works for the most part. You can see the recent chat messages over here. Should be okay. All right, folks. So here's the thing, right? Welcome to the stream. First of all, finally, we are live again, and the time zones are insane. But I appreciate each and every one of you who are able to come over here and spend some time with us, because today we're going to show you a couple of things, a couple of important things. This was posted in Whale Platoon Trading Floor, and I think it's a really important thing to kind of like internalize, memorize, because this is our cryptopocalyptic algorithmic trading system. And I would like to break it down today and show you how exactly you can structure this in your daily trades for successful exits and entries, and without having to babysit the chart all the time. But before we go any further, I would like to say that a couple of users on our Discord channel suggested, well, first of all, there are people who are looking to be a part of the MarketSpy experience But unfortunately, not everyone can afford it all at once, all at the same time. Right off the bat, 0.05 is pretty money for some, pretty money, and for others this is all they have. So we have created a program, an affiliate program, which will allow people, will grant them some flexibility. And the cool thing about it is that, first of all, this is all about spreading the joy, spreading the love, and helping people out. This is the sole purpose of why Cryptopocalypse now is public, why we established it, and why I decided to share my extensive experience with the crypto community on YouTube and elsewhere. But to kick things off, if you look in the description of this video stream, you will see that there are two options for this MarketSpy ARmy. That's a cool, that's kind of like a twist. Armageddon, ARmy, get it? I don't know, I liked it. But anyways, MS Army program allows people to basically discover this trading suit, refer someone, and they can get it at a significant discount for 0.03, which I think is a steal all on its own. Second of all, for those people who already have MarketSpy, there's a way, a nifty way for you to earn some Bitcoin to trade with if you do a little part on behalf of Cryptopocalypse now, and you come across messages, content, videos, or people just asking for guidance and direction, and they're looking to find something like MS. And if you stumble across something like that, you can refer those people over to our Discord so they can talk to me, and they will get 0.01 Bitcoin discounted if they wish to become part of the family of MarketSpies. And you, as a referee, if you refer them and they mention your name, you get the 0.01 Bitcoin deposited to your Bybit account that you can trade with. So if you refer people, you're basically getting paid. And I think this is a very fair way to sort of like, this is the visibility campaign that we're on, and it's about spreading the light. And in order for people to see the light, you can be a guiding point along the way. So you can tell them to refer them over here and say, look, if you're looking for some guidance, someone who can help you out along the way, you can get in and you will benefit as well. So something like that. I'm not really good at marketing these things, but I think in its current state, the way it works, this program is a win-win situation for anyone who's coming in, anyone who's currently in, and also it will benefit the channel in terms of visibility and spreading the word this way. There's an incentive for each and every party involved. All right, so check it out. If you have any more questions, I think it's pretty clear, but in case you do, private message me or just go to the public chat on Discord, SpecuLounge, and just leave your feedback, comments down there and see how it goes. But that's it for that part. Bitcoin is in. I believe this is not a distribution. And what I mean by that is this area over here. Let's take a look at the charts real quick. 1 hour. It's a clean chart. There's no indicators, nothing. And I would like to show you something. This area over here, this barred pattern that happened not long ago, and then we came up from, started from the bottom. Now we're here. This is the accumulation stage that Bitcoin was in. And plenty of people made money on their way up. Congratulations to you guys. We had all of these calls posted on Discord, And we're able to even trade catching this wick down and this rise up both ways using our strategy. Awesome. We also knew that we were going to break down from here, and we shorted. That was another successful trade, and we have like millions of them row after row with profitable results. Enough bragging. Let's continue with the chart. I think what happened here after this triangle broke down is that we're now entering another accumulation stage, and I could be wrong, but we'll analyze the market together so you can have a good solid starting point from which you can bounce your ideas further. A consolidation like this, when we are at the bottom after a significant sell-off, is called the accumulation stage, where significant players in the game, whales if you will, accumulate Bitcoin. When prices start rising and break certain levels, previous broken resistances, supports turn resistances, and vice versa. When we rise above them, a spike happens like this, a continuous wave, and then it slows down and it's decision time. This tightening range over here was very clear that we were going to break down. I talked about it in some other live stream or video, or even on Discord. I don't remember which one exactly, but we're here now, and many people are wondering. Right now, I suggest you do not touch this area at all. If you will get burned if you initiate trades here, unless you're going to like little lower time frames and using our MarketSpy, Armageddon, and MEXC. Then you can successfully scalp along the way, no problems. But as it stands, I think ultimately, after spending a day or two watching the price action and trying to understand what is happening here, levels of support, resistance, bids, asks, ratios, and on-chain activity, I think we are in another micro accumulation, which means, as retarded as it sounds, we will probably do another BART. It's obvious as heck, but it takes some confidence to actually believe it and take a position here. But I will not take a position. I will tell you when to take a position and at what levels on our Discord. But for now, I believe that we've seen a report from, who was it? JP Morgan? No. Someone else. Who was it? They made a video on CNBC about it. Seriously? Seriously, a brain fart right now in the middle of a stream? How dare you? Dare you? Goldman Sachs. There you go. Goldman Sachs made this prediction, and they're talking about another leg up. Now, normally, upon news like that, when CNBC is bullish, and when Wall Street is telling you to buy and expect another violent move up, you do the opposite of that, statistically, with a pretty high success rate. Okay, that's just how it works. They're not here to help you buy Bitcoin and profit. They're looking to dump it on you because they've accumulated here. Now the question is this the top and the distribution area? Now, accumulation means we're going up. Distribution means we're dumping those heavy bags on people who are coming in late, FOMOing in. An Elliotician, Elliott Waves expert, would tell you this usually happens on wave 5, where there's extreme FOMO and people just want to get in, and they end up holding bags of Bitcoin. For us traders, we don't care. We want to find a good entry to either short or long. And There's a CME gap somewhere in the 10,500 area. This little gap right here that we're not far away from. And if you think about it, the bar pattern doesn't have to be perfect. We could still come back to these levels down below. But that would be a pretty significant move. That would be like a killer whale move right here, and screw a lot of people over, especially if you're taking a position in this consolidation here. Naruto, there is no trial for testing it, but you can come to our Discord, ask people around, message them, and see how they do. And I think you'll like what you hear. You will like the feedback from people. This is probably the easiest and most precise indicator currently available on the market. And this is not a fable, it's real. So I don't want you to pay. As a matter of fact, I don't want anyone to pay for anything here. But do your own research, that's all I can say. I think that is pretty easy to understand. But of course, you're welcome to come to our Discord, hang around, see how you feel, see what you see, and then make up your mind. Second of all, we're here talking about the chart breakdown. So let's continue. Accumulation. I think for once maybe Goldman Sachs is right. Goldman Sachs is right, and we might have a little move up over here. Now I will show you. Where is it? Right here, annotation. This was posted in the trading floor in our Discord, and this is the recipe for success, people. This is basically the recipe of success. So we start with higher time frames and look at the trend line on MarketSpy Armageddon, or use your ley lines first. We need to understand the trend. And the trend, if we augment our candles with AR, we will see our blue line is pointing up on the daily. So on the daily, the trend is up despite this little nose leaning downwards over here. Naruto, I would like to mention that the Discord is about 2 months old, if that. And before I went public with it, I was using it as my own personal trading journal or a personal blogging platform. Believe it or not, the Discord was used instead of a website. I think it's a pretty good way to store information and data on Discord. But yeah, when you come to a movie theater 5 hours ahead of the premiere, no one's going to be sitting there talking. Maybe a couple of folks with popcorn with their 3D glasses on, observing. We're just getting started, man. This is not a huge, heavy hitting community. It's a very small but friendly community. So I think it's natural that people are not talking. But you can DM them, you can private message them and ask them what's up. Besides, I think most folks are like spread out across different Discords, and who's got time to concentrate in one place anyways? But we'll see how it goes from here. It's building up. We'll see how it goes from here. Back to the daily. We're looking at our trend line, okay? AR does that for you. We can see that our Confluence tab is pretty lit, with a couple of characters missing from the party over here, the Christmas tree. The bottom was indicated over here. The take profit, take money flag appeared over here, and if you were trading, as you know, this is our signal to take our profits and wait it out and wait for the next signal. Right now we're not seeing any signals in this consolidation area, but I would like to go to the weekly, for example, and show you how we're still bullish. We're still bullish on the weekly. However, overall the trend has been down, but it's now, our trend line is starting to flip the degree over here, and we're looking to let's see. The trend is over here and it's pointing downwards. Very nice. Nothing is telling us here that this is going to continue, because we're seeing like a couple of more candles up and this will reverse, and in proportion to the latest peak over here back in 2017, we can see that we still need a little push to convince Armageddon to calculate that this is turning to be bullish. So we're still in a downtrend, because the easiest way would be to draw a line like this, and you can see that this is a higher high and this is a lower high. So this is natural. This trend line is correct. Okie doke. So that's weekly. Going back to the daily, if we switch our candles to the traditional candles, we will see a little similar patterns happening over here. Volume is one thing that I pay attention to, and right now from the peak down to the lowest point over here, so far volume's been declining, and so has the price. This means it's a bullish indication, and it means that we could potentially reverse from here. Now this is how I want you guys to map out where's the annotation? Okay, so your trend lines and ley lines will help you understand the trend, or AR can do it for you automatically. You then use support and resistance levels and map them all out. How? Let's take a look. Over here, I just did that for you. We don't have to wait for the stream, waste our time here on the stream. But let's turn off the augmentation for a little second over here. And this is how you draw your support and resistance lines. You start with the daily, you go to your traditional candles, and this is very easy. You look where the previous candle, this red hammer over here, that's the weekly. Sorry, this is the weekly. So we label it, we draw a line, and we label it with weekly close. Then we do the same for support. Weekly support would be where a major move happened, this candle. This would be a major support, because we broke through it, went up, went below it, tested it, broke above it, and now we're hanging above. So when we come back, we will probably stop at 10,500 if we were to keep going lower. And I think this is the area where there's a CME gap, as you can see on this chart over here. So it matches perfectly. Okay, right. So that's how you draw your daily and weekly on these candles, where they open and they close. Once the candle is closed, you can do a weekly, and then once a candle closes on a daily, you do a daily close as well. So let's go over here and quickly go to the weekly support. Color it a different line, different color your line, different color, so you know the difference. Next major weekly support is right down here. This was an absolute stop, and you can see 1, 2, 3. So probably 4 down to these levels. However, that would be too obvious, and it's an M shape pattern happening here. Bitcoin loves those, so I wouldn't be surprised if we continue in a violent move down, but not before we attempt to trap some people in the upper area of this resistance. Now, as you can see, weekly close was over here, and on the daily it was right in the middle of this candle. Let's go to daily. So I want you to take a note. Daily close, we're below it. This was the previous daily candle. We could potentially reverse over here and tap these levels. The weekly close is now a resistance. So this is how you map out your levels using candles. Using candles only. If you need further assistance, you can always employ MarketSpy support and resistance levels, which will map them out for you automatically, and you just fix the lines and draw them manually on top of the ones that MS gives you, and then you'll pretty much have the same picture over here. So these are the major levels that we're looking at on higher time frames, and like I said, higher time frames is what we want to be trading. Next, we're looking at the price action. Armageddon and MSX can check the momentum and location of price in relation to our ribbons, for example. Pay attention to the recent signals. So this is a good time to finally take a look at MarketSpy down here and see what is going on. I would like to mention that on the daily, for example, let's go back to Heiken Ashi. When you see a pattern like this, 1, 2, like a S, the seahorse I call it, you will see another leg up. Here we have 1, 2, or potentially down here, and another leg up, and we can top out over here on Bitcoin, which in this case would create like a head and shoulder patterns. I don't believe in these patterns, head and shoulders, triple tops, double tops. I trade triangles, reversals, support and resistance levels, and that's about it. Following the signals on MarketSpy, but let's get rid of these. So I think this is a bullish nose. It's going to go down, and perhaps those guys on CNBC are right. Perhaps we can see one move up, people will FOMO in, and that's when I think we'll make a move down. However, what's common in these markets, especially Bitcoin, is that price always comes back to the launch pad. So whatever the takeoff point is, when we're ranging, and right now people are doing these triangles, what I'm doing is this range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're looking at this range right now, and it's a sideways consolidation. So either we break out of here now or go down, and this is why I'm telling you folks to not take a position yet. Let me analyze this in depth, and I will inform you inside the whale platoon. Volume is declining, and so is the price. Bullish. We have the seahorse pattern over here. Believe it when you see it, folks. Price action. Let's continue. For that, we'll go to the 4-hour time frame, just to get so we can see that we are being rejected by the daily close over here, and we need to rise above it in order to attempt to come to the weekly close and create this little nice move up. Now look at this pattern over here right now. Let's turn off AR for a second to clean it up. I'd like to show you a little fractal. This double bottom potentially is a very bullish pattern, and you can see that something similar happened over here during the accumulation stage of Bitcoin. Wick down, up, and here. And we're seeing wick down, up, and here. Pretty much the exact same thing is happening now. They look identical. Now, Heiken and She candles can easily tell us whether we're developing a trend or not. And this is definitely an accumulation pattern. And yes, I do believe that we're going to make a move up. I don't know how high, but my targets are always precise. We will exit at the right time. Generally, you're looking at resistances. So if it does move up, you can trade in this range, for example, expecting it to tap the weekly close and get rejected. Or if it goes above it, mega long, we can go higher. So that's just how it is. That's how Bitcoin works. Okay, so now that we have identified a similar looking pattern over here, I think we could perform the same expression on the price action over here, because volume's been declining and so has the price. It's bullish. Over here, for example, you could see the same thing happen. Volume was declining, so was the price. And then even here, there was a nice spike in volume, and then people caught up and off we went. So something like this could play out over here. Let's augment and see what is happening now. In the latest release, you have automatic support and resistance zones are now colored, so it's very easy to see. Let's get rid of the noise, get rid of our SMA ribbon. Actually, we'll keep the ribbon. We'll get rid of the potential bottom filter. The slow moving average, the orange, gorgeous orange line over here, indicates that it is acting as resistance now. So in order for us to turn bullish, as long as we're yellow on our ribbon, we are not taking any trades to the upside. However, if we rise above it, that would be a bullish indication for sure. So it will need to turn into a support ribbon and appear below the price action. And that could happen within days or maybe later on today or something. We'll see. Our Confluence tab over here shows that all the leading indicators across the market are not so healthy. The majority of them are red. So we're not looking to buy anything right now. Too long. MarketSpy X is showing you that we just had a cross to the downside. We could potentially see another little node develop over here. The market flow is decreasing, but one important thing about the price action here I'd like to note is that when I checked, I have a notepad here next to me, and I checked daily MSX, MarketSpy X on the daily. The difference between the light blue and dark blue momentum here, indicated by this yellow average line crossing the zero line. Usually when it does cross the zero line, this is when we are going to see like a nice little momentum shift to the upside from this sell-off that we're in right now. However, it was at 7.2, minus 7.2. Today it's at minus 5.2. Sorry, it was at minus 6.5. Or yeah, I think it was 7.2. So anyway, somewhere around here, when this starts to decrease, this is actually good, because once we cross, what will happen over here is, we have spoken about the nodes before, and if we have one over here connected to the next one over here, then that's a bullish indication. We will see something like this happen, a divergence and then a sell-off. That's my predicted understanding of the next price action here. MSX is dead on, precise all the time. We're still in the green, and as a matter of fact, money flow has been increasing. It's 0.8. It was 0.6 yesterday. So that is a good thing also. RSI, our highly calibrated RSI line over here, is looking like it's bouncing. It wants to reach the bull support zone, which is the green power zone over here. As you know, we have implemented these power zones for RSIs, and when it bounces off from the green area over here, we can expect it to go into the bull resistance. So maybe for once Goldman Sachs is right, and people who will short against that are going to regret it. On the daily, we are looking that we're still above our baseline, and what that means is that we're not allowed to short, because once we cross the baseline, you will have plenty of time to collect profit. That's a $1,500 move down, 14% profit. Don't ever chase the tops or the bottoms. Wait for a confirmation. And MarketSpy Armageddon is our confirmation tool. And right now it's telling us to still be on the lookout for a long opportunity. And daily always rules supreme above everything else. So unless something crazy happens over here, we're looking for entries on smaller time frames. But ultimately, watching the yellow gooey stuff over here crossing the zero line would be bullish for us. Plus, it aligns with the seahorse pattern over here. The fact that we're still above our EMA ribbon, our magnetic line is blue, indicating that we're still safe and resting on these daily close and weekly close support. We're actually sandwiched between the two support and resistance zones right now. So it's highly sensitive, and anything could go. And this is why we're not taking any trades right now. Let's go back to 4 hours. 4 hours is still bearish, but there's been a lot of buybacks over here. Buyers are stepping in as soon as the price dips. They're not letting it dip further down below. So I don't know, volume is still decreasing. It's kind of bullish. Over here, we will see one little node. Don't know how deep it'll go, but do not trade now. Let's see, and if this plays out, then we'll have plenty of opportunities on the way down or on the way up, like I said. So price action analysis. As you know, below the baseline, we're looking for short opportunities. These X's, for example, are much more powerful when we're below the baseline. We're looking for this yellow thing to cross the zero line, for this to curve up. We could be seeing a double bottom over here. 1, 2. And if we reverse a little bit, we could see a nice little spike all the way to this white line. I already posted my projection on Discord, what I think the price action will do. I don't think we will initially go all the way back up to the beginning of this dump over here, but I do think that we will at least test this previous top, and if we go above it, go back and rest on it, then we're longing because it's gonna go higher. Money flow, this red gooey stuff, our Korean money flow modified with specific parameters, is we're keeping an eye on this red label, making sure that it decreases and comes back closer to zero. So the lower the value to get it out of the negative territory, the better. That means money is stepping in. For a confirmation, you can look at other tools to see what is happening in terms of distribution. Combined order book at bitcoinat.org, for example, is a very good indication to see what it takes to move the price by 1%, Bitcoin price to move by 1%. So you can analyze these as well. The bid and the ask Is it on the heavy side? If the ask is on the heavy side, it's not good. Look at that. There we go. And that's what the price is. Let's go back to our analysis. So as you can see, we're right below the daily close right now on the 4 hours. This is all red. Looking for shorts, but we're not looking to short when we are at the bottom wave of MSX. So the short opportunity was like up here, over here on this X. When we're curving up like this, be extremely careful because money flow change rapidly over here, and it's just increased a little bit, minus 15.1. It was minus 15.2. Profitable signal, GPS, all the way up. It's 2%. We were able to trade that on Discord, as you know. What else is here? So going lower than that, there's no point unless you're scalping, which is always profitable. The blue dots, relatively profitable. The GPS pulse signals. We're below the EMA ribbon over here, but above the baseline. So do your research, analyze your price charts. And this is a very simple. We use volume to confirm the last thing. The last thing in this setup over here, one by one. So this is a chronological way of looking at your charts. And I think volume should come in later because what you do is you look at volume because it can change. Like volume could just come in and out rapidly. So don't look at it the first thing in the morning when you wake up and look at the charts. But volume in the end is everything. It's our oxygen. This is how we breathe. Without it, none of these patterns, nothing matters. And scaled orders, once you are able to put the general picture together and finally see what it is that you need to be doing, whether you're longing or shorting, of course, using the Bybit tools that was released a few days ago, and I made a video on it yesterday. You can use that tool to scale in and place your orders in multiple instances. So laddering technique, like what the professionals do. All the Wall Street traders, everyone does that 100% of the time. They never go buy a single order at a specific place. So a good way to risk manage would be to use that tool, and that will instill some discipline in you and tell you what to do and what not to do. All right, so that is how you analyze. Look, it's following us. The whale whisperer, it's following our channel over here. We'll see how it goes, but we're not trading right now. Let this play out. I'll tell you if anything changes. Now, as for these levels, for example, where are we? Daily. See, the beautiful thing about this latest release on MarketSpy Armageddon is that we have now implemented what's called the price breakout levels. So let's say you're looking at the daily over here and your like weekly close is 11,531. If we go above it, you want to be long. So what you do on Armageddon is you right click on it. So you go to settings and long breakout price, where you want to be long, you will input 11,531, and short breakout price, You can just leave it alone. But once you do that, can't see it, right? I'll delete this. Here it is. Here's the green line. It's been plotted for you. You can see this is the green line. This is your long breakout signal. So meaning if we go above it, you want to be long. So what you can do now is click on add alert on MarketSpy Armageddon and check this out. You have your bullish blue dot alert already here, but now you have your take money flag, yellow flag alert, and the breakout line alert. You enter that once per bar, and this is the breakout signal that you're looking for. Continue. So now when the price reverses without you having to babysit and watch it manually, when it touches this plotted line that you went into the settings and created over here, long breakout price line, when it goes above it, it will signal you. You'll get a notification on your app or in your browser, and then you can just open the chart and be like, okay, quickly look at what's happening, and you can take a trade once we're above it. Usually the way it will happen is something like this, slow down and then up. So on this slowdown you want to be long, because this will confirm that we're being held by this weekly resistance turned support. But you have to wait for it to play out, of course, because we can go and touch it and then drop back down. But I don't think so. I think we'll perform like a nice little swing up and surprise everyone. Okay, let's go back to the chat and hang out a little bit and ask and answer some questions back and forth. What is happening here? Hey Butternut, thank you. Yeah, we're finally live. There's a lot of guys. Update to the latest version. You'll have a few cosmetic changes to enjoy over here, like the lines that were barely visible, the support and resistance. Speaking of which, on point 2, what is the difference between the SR lines in MSX versus MS support resistance? Okay, so that's a good question. I would say that these, so no matter what time frame, these resistance and support levels are very consistent. As you can see, we hit them, bounced, and they're also historically painted over here. And if you change your time frame, they do not get reshaped, removed, and they stay where they are. This is actual factual support and resistance levels. And the difference is on the built-in MarketSpy Armageddon AR, you can go to this setting here, SR underscore time frame. So this is the support resistance time frame. It shows you the daily levels of support and resistance. You can go to weekly to swing trade the weekly support and resistance, and it will repaint them. Look at that. So this now, if you zoom out, let's go to 4 hours. If you zoom out now, these are the levels that are basically weekly levels. And as you can see, there's a level right over here, and it's just where we drew our line manually, daily close. There's a level, historical level, right where it is above it. Not precisely, but it just gives you like a very accurate measurement of where the price went, like over here and over here. And so you can set your own time frame. Our weekly support is over here. We will probably wick down below to 10,000. It's not like we're gonna stop at 10,500 if we fall. So we will probably touch this. The P line is our pivot. It is expected that we will come back down here and reverse or bounce, or if we cross it, this will act as a reversal point for us. When we longed from the bottom on our Discord over here, it was stated that if we go to 9,800 something, I forgot what it was, that you should long. You should place your conditional long here and just chill out, leave it. And that was the pivot line over here. And when we crossed it, surely enough, we kept climbing up. Plenty of support was. Here's the pivot. The pivot was at 9,847, and I think at that time, some of the members on Discord, they were like, I don't know. I think someone said, so you want us to long blindly at 9,800 and something when we were like 9,600? I said, yeah. And if you took that advice, you would have caught this wave up easily. So these are very reliable, and I look at them all the time, and for beginners they will help you immensely to draw your support and resistance lines very accurately. These can also be used and should be used as your entries and exits. By default it is set to daily because we trade a daily chart, and those levels are, so right here, the concentration of daily, they're most reliable. However, if you go to a 1 minute scalpers paradise chart over here, damn, look at this continuation X. Damn. As you can see, below the trend line, super oversold, multiple GPS signals over here, GPS dots, but we're not touching them until we actually see a reversal. The confluence tab will light up green, we're above the baseline, and then we're good to go. Not when it's like this. And I already said that you shouldn't be jumping on these signals right away. So in this instance, you cannot see the support and resistance zones. That's because daily, imagine we're zooming in microscopically on 1 minute, and so you will have to change your daily to, I don't know, like an hourly support, 1 hour. And on the 1 hour, these are support and resistance levels on 1 hour candles. So imagine there are candles here, but you can't see them because they're broken down into these 1 minute smaller candles over here. But again, very easy to map out your targets and supports using these automatically painted levels of support and resistance. Switch it back to daily. I don't usually trade on the 1 minute, so. And what else? Now, here's the cool thing about SR. SR is a dynamic support and resistance, and so it adjusts to market conditions live. So multiple levels of these lines are being drawn. For scalpers, for example, you should be using this, and I will show you. If you're longing on this signal, there's a bullish divergence, and as you can see, it's playing out right now, although barely any volume. But let's take a look. So this level over here would be your take profit level, and you would place your order if you're scalping, because you don't want to be holding it over here and over here and over here. Now what will happen when the price starts moving towards it is that it will trigger this line and it will push it. It will push this line to create the new established support or resistance based on the new price action. So dynamic means it always moves with the price. This support is valid for now. Look how accurate it is. Here, here, here. It's just Like, it's stupid accurate. Okay, and over here we can see that if the price is to continue falling over here, then this would be your next take profit if you're shorting from here, and this would be your next take profit. So you can use them as such and expect that this line will be pushed towards here or lower to create a new dynamic support and resistance, because it identifies the new price data that comes in, because the markets are never static. They can never be one-sided. You have to be flexible, and MSSR does that for you. So right now, here, let's see. So I usually turn it on, and this is what I do. I use my line here. Let's see that there's a lot of resistance here. Okay, and then I turn it off. And now I can approximately say that this is where I want to be shorting or longing. Or if I think that we're going to reverse over here, I will place some conditional buy orders, sorry, limit orders down below using the Bybit tools, and scale them out between these two levels, for example. And hopefully some of them get picked up and we reverse, and I'll be selling them right at these levels. My take profit would be using Bybit tools. I'll punch in 11,357 in this case. So that's the difference. And then you can turn it on again to double check or see what's changed, what new levels were established. It's very fast, live, and it happens as you trade, and gives you very fast, accurate information about support and resistance levels. Trend line is pointing down. So butternut, I hope this explains it. Yeah, when it's red like this, we're looking for short opportunities. However, we want to make sure that we're in a trend. This is a no trend. This is just like accumulation right now, compression as I like to call it. But if you've been following, like for example, we had this signal up here, you know, you took it, instant profit, flag came off, you took your position out when the flag appeared. Usually it's like this, just to be safe, right? You saw another double night vision goggles over here. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher showed up, and you're like, okay, I will place my orders now because I saw this signal right down below here, and scale out all the way up to these support and resistance levels. And when the price picks them up, it reverses, goes up, and you will have accumulated a nice position after the signal, averaging down to somewhere here, exiting. That's another profitable trade. You saw the blood diamond, probably indicative of the peak of the wave, and you want to be out. So we fell below the baseline over here. Immediate weakness. These X's above the baseline, the red X's, for example, are not as effective. Below it, they become extremely effective. Yellow is continuation. So we're looking at our EMA ribbon. It's not just a decoration here. It's actually very, very useful when it changes colors to yellow to blue with specific parameters. It gives us a lot of confidence to keep holding or exit. So as long as the vein over here peeking out the little nipple, it is white currently. You can see it's sticking out right there. You want to hold the position until it turns blue. You can take a look at the yellow indication. It's at -10. If within the next 5 minutes or so, it -10.3. So if it starts to decrease towards the zero, this would signal that this is coming to an end. You might see an additional signal such as the green stop appear somewhere over here, but I wouldn't necessarily wait for those because yeah, and the trend line shows us that we're horizontal with a slight hint to the upside on the 15 minutes. Over here, wait for it to play out. You will have a little node soon like this, and if the two nodes, the signal node and then the little cousin over here, the passenger seat node, if there's a relationship between the two, there's a connection, we could see right now, we could see a little divergence, and that will swing us up to the upside. So just get ready. As a matter of fact, don't get ahead of it. Wait for it to play out. Wait for it. -11.2. See, you want this to decrease towards zero. All right, chat. The chat. Whoa. What's all the commotion, people? What's all the commotion over here? Let's see. Let's see what's going on. We need to get some admins. We need to get the admin panel up and start kicking some butts in the chat room. Let me scroll up a little quickly over here. Let's see. All right, there's a ninja in here saying you can't fool me. Okay, this is surely a scam. Looking at the charts is a scam. Oh no. If I had feelings, I'd be hurt right now. What do you mean, dear Naruto? What you're talking about is basic TA, nothing special. Yeah. Your car is nothing special. So is your computer. The pair of eyes that you have on your face and your nose is nothing special, my friend. TA is nothing special. It is simple, accessible, and should be used by anyone who's trading. Period. There's nothing magical about TA. Don't get scammed. I was hoping this was something good, he says. You know what they say about people who are hopeful? Hoping the price will go up. They call it a scam because they want this thing for free. That much is obvious, Maggie Lucas. That much is obvious. Keeps people safe and makes money. Yes, if you trade it properly, it is guaranteed to make you money. It's been proven time and time again that these signals are reliable, and combined with a little bit of common sense and understanding the trend. And are you paying attention to the bearish signals or if we're falling, are you paying attention to the bullish signals? Because if we're falling, you better be paying attention to the bearish signals. Oh, you are on our Discord. Okay, well, welcome, guest. It's it's new, meaning he just started scamming. He just started scamming. And if this wasn't a scam, he would give a trial period to test it out. You know what? Someone who inspired the looks of this indicator, who goes by the name Cryptoface, I believe he has a golden rule that I will take and apply here. When people ask for trial, he says one can be found between his left and his right nut, between his balls. That's where the trial is. So you can test it out the same way you can test out MarketSpy or any other indicator that you people want to test out. And besides, how do you ask for it? This is the way you ask to test out something? I don't think this is working for you, buddy. I don't know. A logical breakdown of questions and a back and forth conversation about strategies and weaknesses and strength about this indicator could be brought up in a very intelligent conversation in a manner that benefits everyone, as we're public with it and nothing is being hidden. But attacking it and saying I'm scamming people by looking at the charts using an augmentation tool that is precise and in our inner circles called the money maker. Good luck, buddy. Free trial for 1 week would be good. Like I said, I'm not the originator of the phrase, but it's possible to find it between, you know what I mean? People are upset. People are upset. So because I am new to this whole YouTube thing, I will need to learn how to moderate these chats. And negativity is the last thing that we need to see here, my friend. So don't be bringing that shit over here. Yeah, Maggie is right. Maggie Lucas, it's ultimately up to each and every individual how they interpret it, trade it. But unless you're a complete monkey, you cannot fail with this indicator. No offense to the monkeys out there. I love monkeys. Actually, after watching Aladdin, I've been thinking about getting a robotic Abu monkey or something, you know? Like a little buddy who would just sit here next to me, smash my keyboard and moderate this chat. I think he'd do a great job at that. Naruto Uzumaki, can you see the, let me see that. Can you see this button over here? You see what it says over here? You're witnessing the wrath of the Cryptopocalypse now. All I know, Umika's World says, all I know, all indicators are just lagging indicators. No indicators can predict future. Price is king. You're absolutely right. Except, let me educate you real fast, my friend. Give me one second. Price is king, but do you know where the price is going? I don't think so. Data on the price is gold. Price is king, but you pay for gold. Because the king is not there to make you rich. Price action is king. It's there to wreck you and become even more king than it already is. Where's that Discord post where, upon the implementation of RSI power zones, we talked about momentum and how momentum is the leading indicator which the price follows? I know some of you may have troubles grasping this context, but the leading indicator is the one that can be used as a momentum. RSI is lagging, but if interpreted correctly, is a leading indicator. Umika's world, you must know that. I'm going to find that post if I'm able to find the post on Discord. By the way, a lot of the action is going on in the private rooms. No one wants to hang out in Specu Lounge and blah blah blah. People want to discuss price action, which is king, and that's exactly what we're doing. Aha! Aha! I would like you to take a good look here. Who's Forex Robot Wars? Bye. Bye. Umika's world, this is for you. Now the uptrend and the downtrend, this is your king. This is your king. You know who the king follows? His advisor. That's right, a king never makes decisions on his own. Price is king, which follows the momentum. When the peak happens on the momentum of our indicator, it will lead the price peak. It's like the acceleration of the momentum and buyers coming in pushes the price higher and higher and higher. And when momentum slows down, the price, the gravity, the force of it, pushing it forward like a car that you can't just press the brakes and stop. The leading indicator is your interpretation of momentum of things like RSI. For example, there are many of them, but these are leading indicators which will reverse first and then the price will follow suit. This is why when you see a signal that shows up on MarketSpy X, oftentimes it will show up and then the price still wicks down, dips before reversing. It never reverses right away when the GPS dot shows up on our indicator. Our indicator is deadly precise and it dictates where the price will go. You must understand momentum, because the momentum trial leads price. It is a fact. Everyone who trades knows this. Momentum gives you a heads up, and this is why the signals are so effective. I will demonstrate by showing you a perfect example in this range that we're in right now. And you can see how our blue wave momentum algorithm over here prints out these two signals of a reversal of the momentum. Yet this momentum that pushed the price down and buyers and sellers are fighting each other and panic selling, the panic sell will kind of like let you drift a little bit. And this is why I say, when you see that the momentum shift is happening, you will place your orders below, because price cannot just stop dead in its tracks and reverse. That's just not how it works. It has to go down, hit the brick wall, slow down, and get overpowered by buyers and continue on its way up. People, please. Trading is not complicated. But that's me saying, like a professional tennis player would say, you know what? I play tennis for pleasure. It's not that hard. And if you pick up the racket for the first time, you will find it difficult and you will get smashed on the court without any help or assistance. Even the pros get smacked by the price action, which is king, without knowing how to interpret or having tools that interpret everything for them. Without all this, you are naked and you don't know what is going to happen in the future. Indications of things to come are real, as evidenced by each and every one of these signals. Do you see this blood diamond? The blood diamond appeared right at the peak of the momentum. These are Heiken Ashis. Let's switch over to traditional candles. And right over here, this is a very small move up. The momentum is slow. So it's in sync together. It's in sync together. When it appears, price follows its command, because the sell-off is now real. From this point all the way down to this point. Do you see this signal over here on the 15 minutes? The momentum can be identified as such. This rapid fall, for example, is very manipulative. But a sell-off, a gradual sell-off or a continuous sell-off which is trending, for example like this, can be a good place to start practicing observing the relationship between price and momentum. You're telling me that you would have known that this is coming to an end and is about to reverse if you did not have MarketSpy X or Armageddon? You're telling me that you're looking at it from this perspective and you're brave enough to buy here when everyone is telling you that this is a double peak, double top, and we're going back to 7K? No, my friend. Price is king, but kings don't share their secrets with you. Spies that work for kings do. MarketSpy will tell you that, hey, heads up. Heads up. Momentum heads up. The price is about to start going up again. And surely enough, you see this? In combination with everything else, you have a nice little spike. People are earning here. Heck, let's go over here. No, we'll go over here. Do you know why? Because if you have Armageddon, here's your flag. You trade from here to here and you hold it. The blue dots, you mean to tell me you can use basic TA to identify using lines or something that we are going to we're going to go from here to this triangle, and you have 100% certainty over here. This is your basic TA without anything else. When you're looking at it from this side and you don't know what's to come, you're telling me that we're going higher. You know that for a fact that we can go higher and break out from here. You're probably selling, getting wrecked and getting trapped because you think this is a Bart Simpson incoming. That's your TA. Well, my friend, you can stick with it. And when we finally break out, you're telling me you will know to hold your position until a certain level over here and then start selling. Because if you do have Armageddon, it will give you these flags and tell you get out. It will. So those who know already know. I'm not here to sell the unsellable. You can go elsewhere and get your indicators. There are thousands of indicators on TradingView. Go find one. Stick to basic TA. Don't bring that shit here. I'm not here to convince people that this is it. Keep it inner circle. And don't let no weirdos in. The people that we have on Discord right now are beautiful people. Very kind. Very smart. They know what they're doing. These ninjas coming in here. What's his name? I banned him. Oh well. The ninja. The Naruto ninja. Momentum leads price action, people. It's a fact. I'll leave this here for a second so you can get it in, process it, and understand. And by the way, your so-called lagging indicator, which is RSI, right? It's so closely related to Bitcoin in stocks. RSI doesn't work. In other commodities, not so much. Anything that has intrinsic value, like Bitcoin, for example, RSI is a great indicator all on its own. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, some of my professional friends, they only use RSI. They're struggling. They don't have things like MS built together because they just, I don't know. It's not, they don't have it. They do now because they're my friends, but they didn't. And RSI was their momentum indicator, was what they were using as an indicator. And we implemented that using the power zones. You guys understand how crazy the power zones are? It's one thing to read RSI. You know how I would bet that most people read RSI on a scale of 0 to 100, and they buy when it hits 20 and they sell when it hits 70. And they look for a little bit more advanced users. They look for support and resistance at the 50 level over here, because they know when the RSI is above 50, that's bullish. 45 actually, to be precise, but 50 is like this universal number that all your TA guys are telling you, when we cross 50, go ahead and buy. But there are things like power zones, for example. RSI can be broken down, and in Bitcoin markets especially, it obeys these zones very, very well. During this dump, we clearly hit the bearish resistance. This is as far as bears can push it. When we came up, we did not go to the green side of things over here on the 1 hour. We hit the bearish resistance. We're coming down. We're not going to rest on this green resistance over here. We will go to the bearish resistance, RSI, or it will just go up and hit the ceiling again and come back down, because we entered the bear territory right here. Now, most people don't read this. They simply see that, oh, it's close to 20, 24, I am buying here. Or when it goes high to 70, I'm selling over here. Hey, it never went to 70 over here. You didn't trade shit in this area. You did not trade this dump. You did not trade this and this like we did, because you just don't know. But RSI, as a lagging indicator, is a momentum indicator and can be used successfully if you know how to apply it to your trading strategy correctly. We're here to learn. And the path of least resistance is the fastest way to learn. Or you can struggle on the way to enlightenment and let the MS gurus do what they do. You just sit and watch. Alright folks, so that's it. Thank you for sticking by. Make sure you check out the Bybit tools. Make sure you understand this algorithmic trading, which is your basic TA, in which I tell you, do not overcomplicate things. Do not confuse yourselves with the rings and unnecessary lines and wait. I guess the ninja boy wanted to see something like this over here. Hold on, I gotta get it out of there. Currency memes are coming. Where's the TA? Oh shit, what is this? What is this? What? Let's chill for a second. That is awesome. Bogdanov continues the dump. He bought. This is you without MS, without MarketSpy. Oh, this guy is the non-scammer selling his TA courses. He doesn't know about MarketSpy yet. Yeah, took another loss. Learned something. Dear diary, I'm getting better every day. Every loss is a lesson. High tuition fees. The never-ending huddle. 5-day forecast, people. Sponsored by Tether. Crypto Community 2017. And these folks here coming into our chat now, to our live streams, talking about they're traumatized. They've been scammed tenfold, and now everyone's a scammer to them. Everyone. ICO roadmap, idea, research, white paper, ICO launch, SEC subpoenas, prosecution, trial and conviction, prison. Oh, our amazing team. Oh, this guy. This dude. How much did he pay for the makeover? Folks, I have tears. I have tears. Like, the day we have our own Cryptopocalypse website and I start posing like this and tell you to buy my shit is the day you have the right to call me a scammer. But before then, silence and do your research. What's this? Oh yeah, that's the famous chart from Wall Street telling you depression, deeper depression, rectist. Oh snap. When you realize crypto isn't just about making money, it's about replacing money. Oh. That's a signal to short right here. Wow, this guy. When you're trying to keep it together, but you're really only thinking about how your portfolio is down. When your friend finally invests into crypto, loses everything. How you doing, pal? Well, I'm sorry. This is not funny. I hate it when people... Who said crypto was stressful? I'm 21 and I feel great. He's still got time to buy MarketSpy and make that change in his life. But who can get the message across to this old man? I don't know. I certainly don't have the power of the will to do that. Alright folks, you ready for round 2? I gotta find something. Okay. Did someone say ICO? Yeah, people are not as stupid these days. If you want to make money, you trade it or you hodl it. Spending $20 at the grocery store. Shit. I don't know about that. Damn. Spending 2,000 on crypto. That's me right here. This is me. Oh my god. I love this. Before crypto, life was beautiful. Dreams. We're gonna get a house together and have children after. Oh, folks, are you seriously that deep into the game? I don't know, man. If this is true, that's not funny. It's kind of funny the contrast here, but like the reality, not so much. You're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna lose all your money. That's a shame. Guy uses MarketSpy and he's not telling you about it. Taking all your money away. Trading. You can't trade against this guy with MarketSpy in his pocket. You can't. When you buy at 5,800 and it dips to 5,400. These are your YouTube TA people in general. Oh wait, I'm one of them. Never mind. But hey, leverage trading, this difference over here, that's a big deal. That's $500,000 in some cases. Cryptocurrency dip down and everybody loses their minds. This is who's the crypto the Joker. This would be Daily Crypto maybe. Oh damn. Pigeon suicide. I'm hearing reports of a lot of people ended their lives here in South Korea. I've been talking to some locals, and they were telling me how a lot of the folks who bought in 2017 did this. Fucked up. That's not good. That is not good at all. Types of headaches: migraine, hypertension, stress, altcoins. Oh shit. And it's gone. Can be applied to so many things here. For example, the low price of MarketSpy currently that someone was complaining about recently or wanted for free. The bar chart. Oh. It's happening now, isn't it, folks? It's happening now. No, it's not. I'm telling you, the support is strong. Look how our support line is holding it over here. This S. Beautiful. We're not trading until we see some action. Start to pick up over here in this region. Before and after investing in cryptocurrency for 6 months, Stephen lost $45,000. Bitcoiners be like, I'm in it for the technology. I can relate. White paper, production, actual product release, blockchain ICO. Okay. I'm the great Coinholio. Are you threatening me? Crypto community 2028. Crypto expectations. December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Oh no. Hodl till 0. This is actually what the charts are looking like for all altcoins right now. $15K, $20K, Canyon, $16K, $14K. 12K, I wish. I smell cheap coins. Cheap coins, I smell. Should have reversed this, but... Inflation. Damn, this is the truest of all things true. The truest thing ever. Deflation, protecting you from the Federal Reserve since 2009. Oh. Good, good. Let the FOMO follow through you. The FOMO flow through you. Oh man. A good indicator will tell you when to get out. Everything else is for geeks. And I love geeks. But you need to know when to get out. No FOMO. Marty, we have to go back to buy bitcoins. Wow. New Ethereum logo. It is true. This was prophetic. This was the prophecy being foretold as we speak right now. Ethereum. Oh, technical analysis. This is for the people who came in here. When all start pumping, so you're only 67% down instead of 94. Like right now. Oh man. When you're a parent, but trading is life. Yo. I'm gonna set this as my wallpaper or something. When you first discover altcoins. when your stocks are down 3%, when your cryptos are down 85%. Y'all got any more of them bitcoins? Y'all got any more of them? What's the price target? Come on, people. Y'all got any more of them $3,000 bitcoins? You placed a stop loss, right? What's a stop loss? She's actually smart. She's actually smart in some ways. Ask me why. Remember when you were going to quit your job to become a full-time crypto trader? Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Crypto noobs. That's us right there. Bitcoin 5K or low. 6,000 support level. Woo. This is epic. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. What the After 2 years of endless trading, research, and quite a few losses, I can proudly say that I finally made enough money to buy this camera to take this pic. Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? When you're giving someone crypto advice, but you gotta finish with, but I don't know though, in case it ruins their life. We don't do that at Cryptopocalypse now. We don't do that. What I think I look like explaining crypto versus what I actually look like. You know, starting this YouTube channel, I was thinking, is this even possible? Because I know how things really are. But you know what? I don't mind. I actually like the nitty gritty trading. When your transaction doesn't show up on the blockchain right away. Yeah, people are moving millions. Imagine how that feels. This kick ICO might be good. We got 10 trillion tokens. Oh, that was close. Wow, this is crazy. How I feel when I make a $10 trade. Yeah, baby. Hey, treat a dollar like you would $1,000. Have some respect for your money. Nothing wrong about this. Nothing wrong. What I feel like trying to talk to friends about fintech and blockchains. What my friends see. Oh, snap. No. No. All this time. They know I've been doing this for a while, so they probably see me like this anyways. But years back, that was the humble beginnings. Toddlers be like, no problema, senor. No problema. Crypto newbie. 4 weeks later. Oh, and then down below here, years later, Crypto Ranger. Close enough, close enough. I have no idea what I'm doing. Me 24 hours ago. Today. Hey, if you join our Discord and you don't flip-flop and change your mind as we go up and down, and you take it easy and don't take every goddamn trade, and you have MarketSpy, then sure. You know what? I would say within hours. Forget about days. Hours. Whales. Painting. The charts. If we could go on a bull run, that would be great. Yeah. We just did. Crypto trading 2017 to wow. And just like that, we started talking about the moon and Lambos again. $10,000 Bitcoin. That's no moon. Nope. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. God, we can huddle here. I'm good. That's deep. That is deep. 8 hours solid sleep per night. Crypto. Come on with me. Come on with me. Ethereum USD pair 2017. Ethereum USD pair 2018. Oof. Oh shit. Oh damn. Drained this dude out. Just sucked the life out of him watching the charts on his blockfolio every day. Should have been trading with us. But we wasn't around in 2018 open to the public, so too bad. Altcoins waiting to see what Bitcoin will do next. Not anymore, I think. I think this is like, these people should be way back over there. They can't see. You can't see Bitcoin anymore. Altcoins before discovering crypto. After discovering crypto. Hey, why don't we share some of our setups in Discord? See how our desks look. Mine would be a laptop with MarketSpy running across the screen. That's all. Representing all of this. This is the guy, the ninja, the Umanaki or whatever his name is, Naruto guy who came in earlier today, fudding all over the place. He wants to see this. He wants to see real technical analysis. Not what I'm doing here. Basic TA. Basic TA. Buy high, sell low, buddy. Confuse your enemies. Oh, you go ahead and do that. Buys the news, sells the dip. Can't buy the dip when all my money is already in crypto. Yeah, protect your capital. Protect your capital. These memes are highly educational, I would say. Checking Bitcoin price, and I'm broke. Time to sell the laptop. Checking crypto. Crypto expectations. Still looks kind of fun, but yeah. Crypto trader. What my friends think I do. What my mom thinks I do. Gambling. What the media thinks I do. Dealing and scamming. What other traders think I do. Dumping my money, wasting it. What I think I do. I'm not selling. What I really do. Oh, don't be that guy, people. Don't be that guy. Let's reverse this. Start here. Get MS. Start feeling good. Put in some money into your trades. Walk away with bags. Expand and reinvest. Open your own firm. Yeah? Let's do it like that. Reverse it. Picture taken of a crypto trader waking up this morning and seeing a bit of green in the market. Not today, old friend. Finally, time for some peace and quiet. We're going down. FOMO. Meter just entered the red zone. Get in, loser. We're going to the moon. Right. Hey, are you sleeping? Yes, now shut up. I don't think 6,800 support will hold. Oh, I needed this in my life. I needed this. What a nice live stream. I'm having a lot of fun. How you folks doing out there? Hodling. I hope so. The no trade zone over here. The trend is down, my friends. The trend is down. However, not selling, not buying, waiting. USD. USDT. The tree branch was good. People think it's like what it's actually. How you spend the day when you didn't buy the dip. Yo, dog, I heard you bought at the dip at the top and then sold at the bottom, and then you tried to buy at the bottom, but what wasn't the bottom? That wasn't the bottom, so you sold at the new bottom. Then you got frustrated and it took off back to the top. Markets. Wish I had kept my 1,700 BTC. No! No! Oh. Give me a heart attack. It's crashing, my precious BTC. I need to buy some Lino points to give it to you guys over here to distribute the chest. But the PayPal option is gone, and now I have to use Bitcoin or Amazon gift card or something. So I'll figure this out and replenish this, and we'll start opening the chests and distributing some crypto across for all my D-Live people. We should be good to go there. So give it a day or two and I'll set it up, load it up with some crypto, and then we'll start hitting the chest. Damn. Only up 11,872 overall. My friend after investing in crypto. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Me after investing. My Lambo after Ethereum dip. It changes Facebook bio to crypto expert. And wants to get MarketSpy trial for 20 days for free. That Naruto guy. I understand. Life is tough, my friend. The government banning Bitcoin. You can't. You can't. Today I announced that tomorrow I will make an announcement. This dude seriously built a very solid reputation. Nice. When you meet someone who's into crypto for the first time, alright folks, nothing to do but just wait. We should be seeing some heavy action happening in Bitcoin soon. When your boss thanks you for staying late to work, but you were just watching the price of BTC and lost track of time. When your parents ask if you've been up trading all night. Accept it, bro. Accept it. This will never happen to you people. Not with MarketSpy. Just manage your capital. Don't risk all you've got. Gains will come. Alright folks, that was beautiful. We'll catch up with you later. But for now, let's end the stream. Make sure that you take advantage of the program. Spread the joy, spread the love, and let folks know about MarketSpy if they're looking to acquire something like this, and then you'll get up to 0.01 Bitcoin if you refer someone and they mention you. The affiliate program is going to kick ass, so take advantage of that, and I'll see you guys later. We gotta finish off with something quick over here.